You know the quintessential problem with this country is right now? Whitey people's racism. That is what has been holding back this country for decades in terms of development, in terms of even just wealth in the country. Because of your racism, it's like we've lost something to the effect of maybe $16 trillion at least, and that's the conservative side, but it's probably a lot more, maybe almost double that wealth that could have been in the country if whitey people had allowed black people, especially, and other people of color, to fully participate in the American economy, to fully participate in this society, without this kind of intransigent, entitled, schizophrenic, reflexive need to manage the delta of perceived wealth, perceived, you know, I guess perceived life improvement, perceived elevation. Whitey people have this paternalistic thing where they subconsciously, collectively seem to think that they have a right to decide how black people, especially, what we do in this society, how we do it, and if, when, and how much resources we should have towards that. And it makes no sense. But you all seem to be hapless about it. You seem to can't help yourself. If we improve, or seem like we're doing better than you, it's a problem. There's got to be some problem. Something's got to be wrong. Why are you all like that? Why, man? Y'all have this persistent, insistent, entitled racism. And for most of you, you're hapless and oblivious with it. And you are willing to unalive people, be unbelievably violent and nihilistic, if we dare try to hip you to the fact that, hey, you're being racist. It's like you guys are saying, you shall never ever make us be aware of our racism. We want to persist in our hapless, oblivious, racist state, racist status quo, and we don't want to be disrupted from that. We want to believe a certain worldview. We want to believe a certain thing. And if you interfere with that, woe be unto you. This is the central problem we're seeing with this country. Y'all are willing to destroy stuff if it means that people like me, especially, are hurt as well. You're willing to literally die if it means that I get hurt as well. Jonathan Metzl, please write Dying of Whiteness Part 2. But maybe wait until... collect your data from this year and maybe from next year, till when we start seeing the effects of the OBA and these these cuts to healthcare and social safety nets, and collect your data and see what happened with these farmers, and then write Dying of Whiteness Part 2, the 47th Trump administration edition. You need to write that book, because you'll have tons of receipts to just point to. It'll be even easier to make the point than your first book was. And your first book was stellar, did it very well. But yeah, a lot of you whitey people, you males, European Americans, whatever you want to call you, and my friend TG calls you sun dodgers, y'all are like, you insist on persisting in your hapless, oblivious, whitey supremacy, whitey nationalist racism. And you're willing to implode your entire country. You're willing to destroy your own farms. You're willing to destroy the country you say you love, frankly, in service to that. But y'all don't want to hear it. Y'all don't want to be told anything. A lot of you, like online leftists, you white liberals, white leftists, it's like, and the thing about it, it's so wide ranging and complex and intertwined with society, the corporate donor structure, and all of that stuff. It's all comes down, when you underline all of it. It's all comes down to keeping whiteness happy, keeping whiteness untriggered, keeping whiteness sated, managing whiteness's perception of the world or of the country. Let's keep it local to the United States. Look at what's happening there right now. A lot of you whitey people are literally going to go hungry next month. A lot of you are going to go hungry next month. And a lot of you are going to go hungry next month. An exorbitant amount of you are MAGAs. And a lot of you will still support President Trump because in your mind you still say, like I said last night in my video that Stitch with my, this woman made. And in your mind you always say, yeah, this sucks, but at least these darkies, right, who are using up all of this SNAP benefits and stuff, they use the most SNAP benefits, at least the gravy train's over for them, so it's worth it. And none of that is true. Y'all are delusional. Y'all have this persistent view of the world, persistent view of especially black people, and y'all are impervious to empirical data and fact. Y'all want to persist and insist on persisting in your you feel entitled to persist in your hapless, oblivious, for the most part, racism. And your racist, white supremacist view of the world, and particularly your other non-white fellow Americans, especially black people, fellow Americans in residence, black people, especially black people, with a particular ire for black people. This is what is wrong with this place right now. This is what we're seeing. This is dying of whiteness part 2. What y'all are. What's going on right now. The reality TV show for dying of whiteness part 2. 47th administration edition. Jesus.